And I'm going to mute everyone. Elise, let me unmute you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you everyone for getting on. This is something we're going to start doing every Thursday and Sunday night. It's important that you guys all have a story. You guys all have something to contribute to this team. And I'm excited to let everybody, share not only their stories, but their tips and what works for them. Because, as we grow as a team and we start learning different ways of doing things, you may have a tip or an app or something that's really working well for you that you could share with other people. And it's just very helpful for us all to collaborate and work together to build our businesses. So Elise is so amazingly willing to step in for Leah tonight and tell her story. Elise is an amazing person. She's just such an incredible heart and spirit, and someone I absolutely love to follow. I've actually gotten a lot of compliments from her posting. A lot of people love the way she posts. She posts like an ambassador. So you guys all follow Elise because she's incredible and she's very good at what she does. So she's going to tell us her story and give us her tips. And I'm excited. Take it away, girl.
Okay. So I basically here's somebody's baby.
Okay. I think I got it.
Okay. All right. So I started with It Works, and I first was a customer. Basically, my story was I had a 1.5-year-old and had gotten in shape and needed the baby belly to go away. So I had seen the wraps a few times online, and we were actually they were doing a BOGO. So I messaged a girl who she's not even in the business anymore, but I messaged her randomly and was like, hey, what do they do? Tell me about them. And I was one of those that just bought right away. I was like, well, just, if anything, I, wasted some money, but I got some product, and, if it works, it works. It doesn't, whatever. So I tried the wraps. Of course, they worked. First one, I had great results and immediately fell in love and was hooked with them. So I used my 2 treatments and still had great results. And then I actually got approached from another distributor in the company. She messaged me and she thought I was already a stay-at-home mom. And at the time I was working full-time night shift. So I was working 1 week on, 1 week off, 12-hour shifts. So I was away from home a lot. Basically, it was fun doing that until I had kids. It was like you had a 2-week vacation, every other week you had a vacation, but it got to be a lot whenever I had Addison. So she thought I was already at home and she approached me about it. And I was like, no, thank you. I have no interest. I said no immediately. I was like, I am so busy. I used that excuse. I am so busy. I have a 1.5-year-old. I have a household to keep up. I work all the time. I'm exhausted. I don't have any time to do this business. So she didn't push it. And honestly, she didn't even follow up with me. I gave it a few days, and at the time we had the $120 free product credit, which I wish we still had, it was so great. But I talked it over to Randall, which is my husband, and he had fell in love with the greens. So, cause I was already getting like different products and trying them. And, he was like, well, go ahead and do it. He was very supportive. He was like, if you get some free product out of it, and we like the products anyway. So just go ahead and do that. And if you get your free product, then, you've got your investment back. So I actually had to wait. This was 2 months into being a customer, and I was going to sign up under someone else. So I had to wait because I didn't want to pay the fee because I already didn't know if this business was going to work. So I didn't want to pay any extra on top of the $99 startup. So I waited and got started, and got started in June 2015, and we had the $500 Ruby bonus. I had just missed the $1,000. It ended like the month before that. So I started in June, and got my 4 customers my first week. It was all family, which I recommend, like reaching out to family members, friends, and getting them to be your first 4 customers. I got those like within my first probably day or 2 because I already had them lined up. I was already talking to people because I knew I was going to get started. So I got them signed up, and then I'm trying to think. It took me, because I got started at the beginning of June, I had the full 3 months to go Ruby. And I went Ruby and got the $500 bonus like right at the last minute, but I did it. I threw my very own launch party. I didn't have anybody to launch me because actually my enroller quit working right after I got started. So I didn't have, I was on a team page, but as far as like anybody to go to and talk to, she quit. So I didn't really have anyone. So anything that I've done, I've kind of just like had to learn. YouTube is wonderful. If you do not watch YouTube videos, there's tons of training videos on YouTube that you can watch. So that is pretty much what I did. I would sit at my desk after I passed my meds and put my headphones in, and I had a notepad, and I just took notes and watched YouTube video after YouTube video of different leaders. Tiffany Herr, Jocelyn Yates. I just listened to all of them and wrote down their notes and studied my notes. So, and that's pretty much how I've taught myself how to do the business. And then along, like I've met Lynn, and I've met a couple of other people that have just kind of like taken me under their wing and helped me get to where I am now. So, but 3 months in, I went Ruby, got the $500 bonus. And I kept working. I enrolled my husband. He was part of my Ruby chart, and I work his business full time. Let me think. Been charted. Okay. So you keep working. I kept working. I've been charted for Emerald twice now. Hopefully I will. It's coming soon. I'm going to get it. Fast forward, now I have 2 daughters, and I've actually been able to stay home with them. It was cheaper for me to stay home with them instead of having to worry about paying for daycare. So I stay home, and I'm able to bring in an income now with both of our It Works businesses, because like I said, I work my husband, so we bring in his income, and then I have mine. So we both do that. He's very supportive. He doesn't really do anything in the business himself other than every once in a while post about products, or just tell someone that asks that they know that I do it. And now I'm home full time. I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and I do this full time from my phone. I've done a few parties every now and then. It's mainly to launch like new team members, but this is pretty much, I work my business through social media. So that is pretty much where I am, and my journey. It's been I've learned so much. I pretty much have learned it kind of on my own and just like experience. So that's really all I can offer. So.
That's awesome though. So you were a customer, and that distributor that enrolled you as a customer she never reached out to you again, or?
So the girl that I bought from, I didn't even hear from her as a customer. I didn't even hear from her asking like how I was liking my products or anything like that. So then another girl, a friend of mine, that I didn't know she was in the business, and I don't even think she may have been in it like a month, but she messaged me just like a cold message.
Okay.
On Facebook asking me if I had ever heard of it and if I had ever thought about doing it from home. And then I told her, I was like, I'm actually a customer now. And that's when I told her, I was like, but I've never been interested in the business side, so, but then after that, after I told her no, I didn't really hear from her. Now, granted, it was probably like a few days later that I actually messaged her back and was like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and do this. So she didn't really have to follow up, I guess, but I didn't hear from her until I messaged her back.
Gotcha. I mean, valuable lesson, guys, because you know what I mean? If you keep up with your customers, a lot of my customers become distributors.
Yeah.
They become distributors because they love the product. And even if you ask them and they say no, I ask again. I always ask again because things change. things change like the wind. People's lives change. People lose jobs. People have things. So I always communicate with my potentials regularly because things change. And like Elise said, she had kind of, thought on it for a couple of days. And even though she had initially said no, she ended up enrolling with someone who quit her business. Another valuable lesson, because Elise is a rock star, you guys. And I did not enroll Elise. I wish I did, because Elise is great. She is a worker, you guys. She is a hard worker. And I would love to have Elise on my team. And whoever enrolled her did not see the long-term potential of this business and know that she was enrolling a rock star. So the person that enrolled her missed out on having that residual income because Elise is growing a huge business. So, follow up with your customers. I send thank you notes. I have them right here on my desk. So I star my emails from It Works saying that we have a loyal customer. I star them, and that way I can go back to my starred emails, and I can even actually search it and type up It Works and new, and it will say, you have a new loyal customer. You can, however you search your emails, loyal customer, distributor, whatever. But I search, and then I can send out new loyal customer thank you notes. And I send Greens Wow samples and a little note just saying thank you so much. I mean, how often do you guys get a handwritten note from someone? Not often. So I send a handwritten note in the thank you note, and I just say thank you so much for your order. And I'm very personal with them. I mention their name and how we met, and then whatever product that I send them to try. So if it's Greens or Wow, I will also, on the other side of the note, I will put like instructions on how to use it. I put Greens, dump one packet into 8 ounces of water or juice daily, shake and enjoy. And then the Wow, I give a little description of how to use it to activate the pack. Use just dab a little bit on the area you want to try it on. And that way, they have the instructions and they have their product. They're happy, and they usually text me and say, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. But I did have to do that because they picked me to be their person. Right. So then I'm going to follow up with them because their business is important to me. And the more that I keep in contact with them and I'm genuine with them, and that the more that I can say, hey, you have 30 per points in your account. Do you want to use those? That's $30 in free product. The more that I, say, oh my gosh, we have a BOGO right now on this or that, or we have this sale or that sale, they order from me continuously. So it's about customer retention as well. So customer retention is a big deal when you're talking about, maintaining a certain rank, or when you're talking about your paycheck, because you don't want to, yes, we keep our customers for 3 months, but why just 3 months? If they try a product that they love, they become lifetime customers or they become distributors. So if they don't like the product and they're not happy with what they have, or they're not seeing the results that they want, then that's something that you need to address with maybe adjusting something. Personally, I had great results with ThermoFit when I first started it, but after I started gaining weight. I didn't know why. And after, talking to a few people, I realized that there's a couple of reasons why I was gaining weight. Either I wasn't active enough, or that stress can cause you to gain weight with ThermoFit. So there's a couple of things that you can do to change that up. But if you're not in contact with your customers to know that, that's something I had to figure out on my own. But, that's what we do as distributors. But your customers don't know that. So make sure that they know, what to do if they're not having the results that they want. So, yeah, awesome, Elise. Thank you so much for sharing that. Mm-hmm. And she's a stay-at-home mom now, you guys, because of this business. She was a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
There's how many nurses do you know or talk to that, you think, oh, they're a nurse, they would never want to stay home. I just enrolled 2 nurses this month, 2.
Mm-hmm.
And they're done being a nurse. They're done taking care of everyone else. They want to take care of their family now, and they want to be at home. So it's, don't ever think that, oh, well, just because they've got this career that they worked for and they went to school for, it doesn't mean that they don't want this business. Just keep asking. Mm-hmm. So, and definitely follow up with your potentials. So do you guys have any questions for Elise?
No.
All right. Do you have any questions for me? Because I wanted to go over some charting, and I don't. Do you guys want to go over charting, or do you want to go over something else? Let me unmute you guys so that you can actually answer. You guys want to go over charting? Or everyone's like, do you guys want to go over some charting, or do you want to talk about something else?
Yeah.
I have found some pretty cool apps that I've been using for Instagram. So I've got the apps. I've got, we can go through messaging. We can go through posting. I mean, what do you guys feel is most valuable for you right now?
Yes, I didn't have to supply you guys ice cream tonight.
Backyard looks like, so that's good. It's a backyard.
I think posting would be a good
Posting
topic to start with. Yeah.
So posting is, if you guys, let me just say this, there's a chat if you guys haven't seen it. So if you guys have something that you want me to talk about or you want to go over, just post it in the chat and we'll talk about it. Just say messaging, posting, whatever, and drop it in the chat and we'll go over it. So posting is so important. When I first started, it was, post what Jade, I was in a group with Jade Hooper. So I was lucky enough to be in that group with Jade Hooper. And Jade is the number 5 income earner in the company now. And she's amazing. She was doing videos all the time, and she was brand new. She was, brand new in the company too. So I was able to watch her grow in all of those, monumental moments as she reached her goals. But, she used to talk to us about, the 3-3 rule. And if you guys have never heard what the 3-3 rule is, it's 3 before and after photos, or 3 product posts, and 3 opportunity posts a day. So the 3-3 rule is really important, even now, and not copy and paste. So we'll talk about copy and paste, but the 3-3 rule is 3 before and afters and 3 opportunity posts or life posts per day. And basically that's, talking about your products. So you're going to get loyal customers by talking about your products, right? So when you're talking about stretch mark cream and you're talking about greens and, those kinds of things, you're going to get customers by talking about the products. You're going to get distributors or people on your team by talking about the opportunity, what it is doing for you, what it's going to do for you, and what it is. Why did you enroll? So even as a brand new distributor, you can talk about why you enrolled with the company, why you're in it, where you plan to go, and what it's done for you so far. So let's say you just started and you've met a ton of awesome people, and your mindset's changed, your goals have changed, you kind of have an idea of you're dreaming again and all of that. That's an awesome post. I'm stuck in, a 9 to 5 and, I'm dreaming again. I'm able to do all of these things. That's an awesome post. No, you haven't made $10,000 a month, but you don't have to be able to do that to make an awesome post about this company and what it's doing for you and what it is going to do for you. So making those posts is so important. And when you speak from, and I often get messages from people that say, I don't know how to make a live post. Okay, well, what I always ask, why did you join this company? Well, I joined this company so that, and they'll give me an entire explanation of why they joined the company and what they want out of it. And I respond, that sounds like a great post. Because you think, why did I join this company? What do I expect to do with this? What are my dreams and goals? What do I want to do? That's a post. So even if you sell a wrap and you make $25, or if your check is $25, my first check was under $80. My highest check was $20,000. So when, you know what I'm saying? Like you can make that $25 post. Mine, I started where you guys start. I started at the bottom, just like you guys did. I was putting gas in my car. I have an Expedition, and it was eating gas. It was eating me alive in gas. And I was struggling to make it by. So that wrap money, the money that I made in wrap cash, was putting gas in my gas tank. And my first check that wasn't even $80 nearly filled my tank. And I had never filled my tank, had not filled my tank. So being able to fill my tank, I was like, what? I'm like rich, guys, because I just filled my tank. And it was incredible. So having that feeling, and it doesn't matter if it's $25 more than you had the month before. So talk about it. Talk about your small goals. You should be posting about every single small goal you have with this company. You get a customer, you post about it. You get a distributor, you post about it. You get another customer, you post about it. You get a bonus, you post about it. You get a paycheck, you post about it. Those things are going to bring in distributors, right? That is probably what drew you to the company, right? You didn't just hear it works or see a billboard and just decide you're just going to dial in and enroll. You saw something that somebody posted, right? You saw something that made you enroll. So you have to speak from the heart. And I do put posts. Some of you are in, I have 5 different chats. So some of you were in a Diamond Boss Babes chat, and that one went completely haywire. So that's been kind of done. So Elise, I think you guys and your team are in that chat. But I have 5 other chats that I post in, and we use that for just posts only. And those are ideas. Those are templates. So when I post that in a chat and there's 40 people in the chat, and the minute I post it, 40 people post it on their walls. You know what Facebook does? Hello, guys. We're not posting that. You're not getting any interaction on that post because 40 other people just posted the same thing. So they flag keywords, and they flag, if you're using it, looking for, I'm looking for. Facebook's already tagged those words. Facebook has tagged your 40%. Facebook has tagged your phone number. So they flag that stuff so that you're not getting the interaction on your posts. You're not getting, so that's why the one-liners are so popular right now, because they're not being flagged, and especially if you're using the right words. If you're not using I'm looking for, you're going to get some more interaction and some more views on your pictures. But if you're copying and pasting out of that chat, especially if you're a leader, you need to stop. Use the picture, take the words, And no, I'm not just talking about change the emojis. I'm talking about change the whole post. Change it up so that you say something that, and if you're not, use another post. You go scroll up and find another post that's the same product and use a different wording. Change it up a little bit, mix the two together. You see what I'm saying? Make that post yours. But your opportunity post and your business post should be from your heart, should be heartfelt. I started this business because I was tired. I was tired of being sick and tired. I was exhausted working 40, 50, 60 hours a week. And Jeffrey he was kind of in charge of our after hours clinic, and we had a Saturdays clinic. So he was in charge of that. And I had to email. I was having to talk to him to get extra hours. And because he liked me, I was able to get some extra hours. So he put me on the schedule for every single Saturday and every single after hours clinic that we had, because he knew that I was in a position that I needed those extra hours. So instead of having more time with my kids and making more money, I was spending more time away from my kids and still not making ends meet, still having to struggle, still going to the grocery store, wondering what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And that's such a helpless feeling. And I was tired. I was so tired of doing that. And a month into the business, I lost my job. So I had no other choice. I went on job interviews. I tried to find something else. And every single job interview that I went on, I knew in my heart, this is not where I'm supposed to be. And I kept coming back to this business. And in the back of my head, when I first started, I thought, I'll dabble. I'm not really going to do anything with it. I'm just going to make a little extra money, but hopefully make some extra money. And by that time I had already gotten my first check, and I was like, it was, around $80, but can't really live on $80 a month, right? So I did not have the leadership like Elise. So I went to YouTube and I started watching videos, and I watched Jade, and Jade was in our team pages. So I was able to follow her, and I was so oblivious about the business. I thought Jade was my leadership. I thought Jade was in my upline. So I messaged her all the time. And she was nice enough to message me back. But I just didn't know. I didn't know. And that was my fault, because I had not done my research. I had not done my homework. I didn't know. I didn't know about my own business. But whose fault is that? That was my fault, because I didn't know what I needed to do, because I hadn't done my homework. So I started working. I just started working and started enrolling and started getting customers. And I thought, you know what? There are so many people making hundreds of thousands of dollars with this company. They're making, $10,000, $20,000 a month. Why not me? Why can't I make a fraction of that? If I could just make what I was making at my job, I'll be fine. And that was my goal. So I started posting about it. I started posting about that. And it wasn't until I started digging deep into me and really realized what I wanted out of this company and where it was going to take me that I started to grow my business. My business started to grow finally, because I was doing what I'm telling you to do. I was posting from my heart. I was talking about this company, and that I filled my gas tank with, this money, and that I was about to earn a $10,000 bonus. I didn't know I was. I had no idea, had no clue, didn't know if I was or not, was hopeful, but I didn't know if I was. And damn if I didn't do it. I did it. I did it. I earned that $10,000 bonus. I made it to Diamond. And a lot of other people have gotten there too. So you guys can all do that, but you've got to stop. And it's not fake it till you make it, but faith it till you make it. So faith, you've got to work on faith, and you've got to work on you. So you have to work on and I'm telling you all, it doesn't matter where you are right now. You all have the ability to be an ambassador. There's nothing, the only thing that separates you from an ambassador Diamond making $36,000 a month is action. What are you willing to do to get there? Are you willing to post more? Are you willing to message more? Are you willing to step up your posting game? Are you willing to talk more about, the opportunity? Are you willing to talk about how it's changing your life? And again, even if you just started, these relationships that we are building, and I talked to a lady last night, these friendships are lifelong friendships. A lot of you guys I've never met in person, but like Elise, I've never met her in person, but her and I feel like we are, we're friends. We're close. I'd do anything for her. Lisa, you know what I'm saying? We talk a lot, and we talk about not just the business, but about life in general. And we have a friendship. You know what I'm saying? So those are things that you're meeting a ton of people. You have the ability to take this business. You write your own paycheck, but you can't write your own paycheck if you're dabbling. So if you're dabbling like I was dabbling in the beginning, then your paycheck's not going to be very big. You have to go all in. You have to go all in, and you have to put in the effort and the time and the energy into making those posts. I was already working extra hours. I was already working overtime. I was already spending more time away from my family. Why not stay up a few hours later to make a great post? Why not get up early and make a great post? Why not, instead of spend my lunch break at Taco Bell, spend it in the parking lot writing a great post? So I had to manage my time, and you guys can do that, but it's up to you. It's not up to me or Elise or Libby, Lisa, Lexi. It's not up to any of us. It's up to you. You have to decide, I want more out of this. I want to take this to the next level, and I'm going to do what it takes. So you have to decide that. And none of the training or Zooms or anything that I give you or tell you is going to help you. You have to decide for you. You have to be the one to say, I got to take this to the next level. I'm just at that point in my life. I got to take it to the next level because I can. And I'm telling you, you can. When I hit Diamond, I was so blown away. I was like, did that really just happen? Like, it just happened. I mean, I just earned a $10,000 bonus. I'm making $2,000 a month from my phone. Like, did this really happen? And it did. And then 2 months later, double diamond. A month later, triple diamond. 2 months later, presidential diamond. I mean, I had no idea where this company was going to take me. No idea whatsoever. I did not know what I was capable of. And there's a quote. It's, you never know how strong you are until being strong is your only option. And that's where I was at. Being strong was my only option. This business was my only option. I was hungry, and I worked hard, and I made it happen. I talked to a lot of people. I posted a lot. I interacted with people. I messaged just to be messaging people. I talk to people on a daily basis and just say, hey, I'm thinking about you. This one lady, she's got back issues, and she's We've been talking for a long time. Hey, how's your back? I give her advice, I'm having the same issue. Did you try this? How's it working for you? And then she literally said to me last night, we talk more and you reach out to me more than my own family. And I care about her. I want to help her, not only financially, but to be her friend. So if you guys aren't making those relationships and reaching out to people, I mean, you need to be. You need to be finding those people and they're all over the place. You guys, there's billions of people on Instagram that they just need a friend. And people join their friends. They trust their friends to order, and they're going to trust you in your journey. So you need to be reaching out to new people every single day and making friends, building relationships, and not just trying to make a sale. It's not about just making a sale. It's about helping people. You guys have questions? I just kind of unloaded. Sorry. Do you guys have questions? No. Let me unmute. Oops. I should have unmuted before I asked, but I'm just good that way. No one has questions. Someone asked in the chat, what is the post that includes the template? I have a couple of them, and I don't know Royal Oak Sales iPhone. I don't know who that is. And if you are you must be are you under Elise?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you have another chat, Elise? I know that because
I have a post. I have like leaders for a team chat, and then we started like a posting chat a little while. So yeah, I can get you added to it.
okay. And Elise, if you want me to, I can add you to one that's not insane.
Yeah. I had to leave the other one. I didn't know what the heck was going on.
Well, and there was. I mean, I don't know either. So I have everyone that was in that chat is under my leg. So it just went haywire. So yeah, I've kind of abandoned that because it's out of control. So
Yes.
I actually have Amanda McGee and her sister in this one, Elise.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
All right, I just added you.
That would help. Okay.
Do you see it? I just added you. Okay.
Yep.
Riker. Hey, Mr. Tall.
You're welcome, Virginia. I mean, seriously, do you guys have any questions? I want to be able to help you guys to push to the next level, to be excited. Being excited about your business is so important. Being excited in your posts, being excited in life, and being excited. If you're just kind of people see it. People see that your vibe that you're putting off. It's so visible through your pictures and your wording. And if you're not excited about what you're doing, no one else is going to be excited to join you, to be a customer, to try product. Nobody cares. They're going to unfollow you if you are not excited. And I know it's hard sometimes, especially when you have a bad day or you have, someone just told you no. You guys, I have had two really strong potentials that I've been talking to for a year. One of them enrolled with someone else. She strung me along and strung me along and strung me along, and she continued to talk to me until and we're talking messaging me at 2 a.m. because she's in California. We talked and talked and talked and talked and talked. And she finally told me she was enrolling that Sunday. And when I messaged her and said, hey, how's everything going? She's like, oh, well, I'm not enrolling with you. You're not? Who are you enrolling with? What happened? Oh, my friend does it, works too. So I'm signing up with her. She's new. Oh, I said, well, I'm sorry, to hear that. I don't let people not on my team follow me on Instagram. So I have to block you. After time, you know what I'm saying? And so it happens to all of us. Every single one of us deals with that. It's not like it's just you because you're new. And another girl that I had been talking to for a year, she enrolled and then the next day canceled because she changed her mind. She realized she was having some health problems and she was going to have surgery, and she decided that she just didn't. It was just too much. So she canceled. And, those things happen, and those are crappy days when you're just like, dang, this is what I've been looking forward to. This is what I've needed in my business. And this is what I was trying to get this done. And it's almost like a setback where you just feel like you've just been shoved back, but it's not. Those people aren't supposed to be in your business. God is removing those who you don't need in your business. And I am thankful that he took those 2 girls out of my life because I didn't need them. They were not supposed to be in my business. So I'm glad. I have to say, thank God that you took care of that for me, and know that I have got to have faith that he's doing this for me. This is not for anyone else. It's not because I'm a bad leader. It's for me to grow and learn. And it's because those people aren't meant to be in my business. So I have to keep going. I just have to keep going. And if you guys believe, then you will keep going too. So is anybody struggling with anything? Nobody. We are a family. I'm going to unmute again. We are a family. So if you guys have questions, please do not hesitate to ask. This is a great place to talk and ask questions.
That person going too.
I know, I'm going to put it on the backside like you just asked me to.
I did not.
Okay. Elise, anything else you want me to talk about or rant about?
Okay. Whoa.
I don't think so. I think you've done good. I hope it helped.
So, just keep going. But if you guys need help, just let me know. And we just started last week, so I'm picking a leader to tell their story and give their tips on, working their business. And we do them Thursday and Sunday. So if you guys want to join in on the next one, I'll let Elise know. And then we can, and we're starting with Ruby leaders. So everyone is a Ruby, or I don't think I have anyone over a Ruby going to be on. So you guys can relate to leadership and all right. Well, if you guys don't have any questions, I don't want to keep you, but I want to make sure. Hey, girl.
Say hi.
Hi.
How are you?
It can match.
You match. Yeah.
Addison, your mom's awesome. You know that?
Uh,
Your mom's awesome. Did you know that?
Mimi.
You're at Mimi's, but your mom is a good mama, huh? She's a good mama.
And my daddy.
And your dad.
Is it sleep?
She's asleep. Okay, tell them bye.
Bye.
Bye, Addison. All right. You guys have a good night, and let me know if
Bye.
you have any questions. And then I'm looking forward to Thursday.
Yes, thank you, Lynn. Let me know, and we'll probably jump on. So.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. You guys have a good night.